Good afternoon. It is August 15th, 2023, and today we really, what we had today was we had this channel down early on, um, and just some sideways stuff, and now we finally made a new low. Uh, so not the greatest trading day. I think I saw a trade I liked just now, but that's 10 minutes before market close, so it's not a great idea. Seeing one right here, I think you might consider, but just not a whole lot. So we'll take a look. I think early on, most people would be playing this channel that we had a break of, moved into this flatter channel, and 5 o'clock comes like right about here as we're kind of bottoming out. And you do get a second entry. I think there was a news item though, right at 5:30. So probably want to be flat. However, maybe you take this on the engulfing bar or something. I don't know. So new low, first entry, second entry, and it's like 6 ticks. But I was playing this range at that point. You can see it breaks out, forms a higher range. You got this second entry short, but then yeah, by that point you're probably looking for longs. I like this second entry long, but the problem is if you're looking at this move up, you have a break and a move to a new high. So I marked it blue, but it probably should be green. And then you get this sort of double test. You can see the midline holds, and then it turns out we're in a channel from these overnight highs. So you have to be aware of that. And then you get a first entry, failed second entry long. I think it's better to go on the engulfing bar here. I just like this trap. But I think I was looking at this as a breakout of this range that was failing. So I took this bar, 19 ticks, but I think you want to go when it ticks higher, go on the engulfing bar. That's a really good trade. And I think I put my runner down here, and unfortunately it stops you out and then goes there. But we come up here and you have a second entry short off the trend line, but it's not a good signal bar. So when you get this lower high, if you see this trend line, I say you take that. And if you get the failure and you see the trend line, I say you take that one too. And then we go lower, we come down to why did I draw that as the range? Oh, I think I just matched this midline. So really you would have the overnights right about there. But I gave myself a target of this, and you can see there's some sideways stuff. That's pretty much what happened. So if you're strictly going off the lows, then you would put your midline here. But I just looked at this bounce, and I said that's probably going to be what the midline is, and pretty accurate. I'll take this off now. So then we get a break of that channel, and now we're going higher. And this one's aggressive. It's a second entry long. But you might consider it because though we don't have confirmation of the trend channel, when you draw off this low and then this low and bring it up to this high, that midline already looks like it might be valid. So maybe you take that, but you're going long into these dojis, so it's risky. You can see a lot of people were taking profits right there. But then it goes higher, and then they make a new high right here. First entry, second entry, they trap all these people jumping in too soon. and then they trapped those people who went short below that. So I think if you see all that, I think you can take this. This was a very quick move, and so I do think this channel, even though we didn't get 3 touches, I think this is valid. We get a break and a move to a new high before it reverses. If you're looking at this channel, well, maybe you take this. I'd probably wait on the lower high, but maybe you take that. Maybe you take this one. I'm not going to mark it, but we are waiting for a new low, and it does make that new low. Okay, so this channel, or this range, I originally had the lows, I think up here, yeah. And that way you can see this the midline right here, and we get 2 tests right there. So, and I think that's why I didn't have this marked earlier, is because it kind of looks like a midline there. I do like it though, and later you just got to drag it down though, because we have more tests down here. You can see that's clearly support, and we're getting bounces off the midline there. So hopefully you see that level and you don't get tricked into this second entry short, even though it probably would have given you a scalp 4 ticks. You know, we have a break of this channel and move to a new low, and yeah, it's probably just 2 measured moves, 2 measured legs down. It's probably all it is. Yeah, so that might make you want to take that, but I mean, at that point, it looks like you have your 2 legs, so you just got to be careful. I mean, I think it's worth marking, but let's see, 64.25. So yeah, you would have gotten out. Can't enter any of this. There's no setup there. Can't enter any of this because it's so much overlap and dojis. This is a second entry. You might consider that one. Actually, I was just watching this in real time a little while ago, and I was considering it. I just thought it'd be better to wait on a lower high, and then by the time the lower high comes, you're going right into the EMA, and probably the midline of this of the lower half of this range. So this just fails. The floor falls out. And I don't think you want to take any. I mean, you have a failure right there. I think you're going into new lows though, so you know that's a new high, first entry, failed second entry long. So you might take that. And come up here and you get a visual second entry short. That's also a double test. Signal bar is not good though, and you can see it bounces. So very aggressive, but I think there was 4 ticks perfectly back to the EMA. So 52, yeah, like 5 ticks, perfect. Oops. So we just got to close. Here's what the daily chart looks like. So that's pretty nice. Nice bearish move right there. And, you know, people probably looked at this as a double top. First entry failed second entry. So a lot of people are probably short below this bar right here. And, you know, probably were a little nervous past couple of days. But now it's working out in their favor. So pretty low volume again today. You know, after 7:30, we just went sideways until half an hour ago when we started to sell off a little more. But yeah, really just the way I'm seeing this is we had a break, uh, two measured legs of correction with a break of that channel and move to a new high, and then we just went a little bit lower, probably almost two measured legs down. So that's how I saw it. I hope everyone had a great day. I'll be back tomorrow.